I discovered the beautiful world of Dragon Quest with the remake of DQ3 that came out last year. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. So obviously I'm super excited for the remake of 1 and 2. That chronologically happened after 3. No need for a big intro, I did that last time, let's just get into it. We get a quick written summary of how Erdrick defeated the Lord of the Underworld to bring back the peace in the world of Alefgard. But the Dragonlord and his monster rose up, so it's time for me, Erdrick's descendant, to save the world. In DQ3, I regretted turning objective markers on, so we make sure to keep it off this time, to enhance the exploration factor. A light calls me hero and lets me know of the great darkness that threatens the world. I'm told to make for Tantegel because the fate of the world rests with me. We wake up and hear someone scream, so we rush to investigate. 3 humans are surrounded by monsters, so we help dealing with them. We save the day, and get thanked by the captain and his 2 subordinates, who ask us what we're doing here. We tell them we're from the line of Erdrick, and that we heard a voice in a dream to make for Tantegel. The captain proceeds to tell me they're guardsmen of the king of this very realm, and they wish to escort me there. As we make it to Tantegel, the captain lets us know about the castle of the Dragonlord, on the isle over the horizon. Remember Tantegel from Dragon Quest 3? Well, it hasn't changed much. Oh, by the way, this girl doesn't believe we're from Erdrick's line, but the captain keeps shutting her off. Time to meet the king. He's happy to see me after the captain told him the story and happily welcomes me. He gives me a quick summary of my ancestor Erdrick's tale, and even if he's not 100% sure we're his descendant, he chooses to believe me.
Mine own line is one intimately entwined with that of the hero of legend. And according to the tales passed down among us, the hero who laid low the Lord of the Underworld was also guided by a voice heard in dreams.
Majesty, please. It will not do to share the secrets of the royal line so freely.
Calm thyself. Though we lack for proof, I would place my faith in this youngster nonetheless.
He's like, if you want to learn more about the voice that spoke in your dream, go to Erdrick's Hollow, and then to the Shrine of Rain. Then return to me with what you find there. Alright, not as much details as in DQ3, but it makes sense, I guess. Of course, I explore every wing of the castle and talk to every NPC, then do the same in Tantegel, but I'll spare you the details. Oh, but I can tell you that I find a dog suit with decent stats because of my DQ3 save file. And we're off! Let the exploration begin. The big difference with the previous game is that, well, we're alone. I head north and fight my first few monsters. I find Erdrick's Hollow pretty quickly and enter the cave. Right by the entrance, I overhear a party of young adventurers who seem to be on their first adventure. We learn that this is a tomb, and the party seems a bit unsure of what to do next. They see me, take me as a rival, and run for the grave to be the first ones there. This is the first dungeon, so yeah, we chill and XP a bit as we cross paths with the party members that are lost. Fast forward, we reach the gravestone. It says that if we want to reach the island visible from Tantegel's shores, we'll need 3 sacred artifacts to cross and destroy the source of evil, like Erdrick did. The objects have been entrusted to 3 great sages, and their descendants still guard them. As we're about to read Erdrick's greatest secret, the young adventurers party arrives too. They read that courage is the greatest power, and they are disappointed, as they were hoping for the location of a mighty sword or something. They apologize to me and leave. I brush some moss on the stone and read another inscription. Blood of my blood, child of my children, seek out the sphere of light, by whose power the darkness might be banished and the fiends repelled. Apparently, Erdrick entrusted the sphere of light to the king of Tantegel's ancestor, and that's probably why he sent us down here. Alright, next up, the Shrine of Rain. On the way, I discover the Forgotten Ruins and meet with Gwaelin the Bard, descendant of Gwaelin, the storied bard of legend. In DQ3, we visited his house and found the Lyre of Ire there. This is the start of a long side quest to help Gwaelin in his dream of writing a song as perfect as his ancestor. Still on the way, we arrive at the bridge and find a wounded guard. In his last words, he says that the detachment dispatched in search of Princess Gwaelin is no more, and the fiends took her to the swamp south of Cole. The captain and his subordinates from before arrive too, and we tell them what the soldier told us. Even though the captain is coughing and visibly sick somehow, they decide to go after the princess. As for me, I keep going and eventually make it to Cole. I explore the town a bit and find a fairy flute near the bath, just like in DQ3. The Shrine of Rain is actually the new name for the Tower of Rubiss. Inside, I meet the Sage of Rain and let him know about my quest. He says his duty is to give the Staff of Rain in exchange of the Lyre of Ire to the descendant of Erdrick. He adds that all hope is lost anyway, because the fiends have the Spear of Light, the key to defeat the great evil.
Can you hear me? You must meet with Rubiss, spirit of the land. For their protection, you might stand against the darkness, seek out a means of summoning her, of bringing her back to us. The fairies will able to help you, as well of Tantegel.
We tell the sage that we need to summon Rubiss, the goddess of Alefgard. Unfortunately, the fairies did dwindle and fade, so it's impossible, according to the sage. But we refuse to give up, as the sage says that he'll give me the Staff of Rain if I manage to summon Rubiss. We're chimeraing back to Tantegel and report to the king. We ask him if the rumors are true. Is the Sphere of Light he was entrusted with stolen? Short answer, yes. The king says that Princess Gwaelin is blessed with a great power. She is able to hear the voice of Almighty Rubiss and received the warning a few months before the fiends started to appear.
Gwaelin. Gwaelin. Gwaelin, Princess of Tantegel. It is to you, and only you, that I might speak. I am Rubiss, mother to the land of Alefgard. And I hereby entrust to you a message. A foretelling of how this world might be saved. Listen well. A great darkness threatens Alefgard. Take the Sphere of Light in hand and seek out a place of safety. In time, one will come to you, a youth who bears the blood of Erdrick, hero among heroes. Impart to him this message that I entrust to you. Guide him on his quest. Bid him go.
Gwaelin couldn't reveal that message to none but the hero himself, aka me, as the king sent her to the Shrine of Rain. Alas,
What is this power I sense? Thou bearest the Sphere of Light, dost thou not, Princess Gwaelin of Tantegel? I am the Dragonlord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. The sphere thou carriest is mine by right, and thou wilt return it to me. So Rubiss watcheth over thee. Then let us see whose power is the greater.
The darkness thou servest shall not be suffered to thrive. He who is blessed with the power of the light shall see to that.
A hero. Let him come. Let them all come. All shall suffer the same fate at my hand. Might I suggest we take the princess, willingly or no? There is still much we might learn from her. Very well. Do as thou wilt. Come, we return to the castle.
so yeah, the princess has been kidnapped and the Sphere of Light is in the Dragonlord's hands. The king lets us know about the 3 keys to get around the world, and that the first one, the Thief's Key, has been seen in Galenholm, before tasking me to go investigate. I make my way there and the swindler is trying to sell said key for 800,000 coins. The young adventurers I met back at Erdrick's Hollow are there too, and they're unhappy about that price. He finally leaves for an inn in the south, and after the obligatory visit, I follow him. At the inn, we find the guy on the floor of his room. A strange fellow in a mask robbed him of the key. A certain Robin Hood, Lord of Bandits. We continue south and try to catch up with the thief. On the road, we meet Zaelin again in the Nameless Ruins and continue towards the Craggy cave. We see Robin Hood near the entrance, saying that one of his grunts is lost in the cave and they should go look for him. I say hello, ask for the key, and they attack. This is the first real fight of the game, but I manage. He begs and begs, so I end up forgiving him. He adds that Erdrick and his ancestor knew each other back then, so he accepts to give the key to me, and I help him find his comrade. We explore the cave and decimate the fiends, and in the very last room of the dungeon, we find our guy facing a sorcerer. We take on the foe and save the day. He thanks us and goes back to his boss as we hear voices in the back. We investigate and find some fairies who seem terrified of humans. But since I got rid of the sorcerer, they thank me. I explain that I need to summon Rubiss and I need their help. The fairies seems to be plotting something, but I don't really understand yet. They say Rubiss is visiting another world. Before they could summon her, they got attacked by the Dragonlord and their leader disappeared. Unfortunately, she's the only one who knows how to do it. They continue by saying the dwarves to the east might know something and task us to find their leader. Back at the entrance, Robin Hood gives me the thief's key before leaving, and now I can open all the red doors of the world. A bit more south, I find the fairy village. There is no one here. The monsters start getting a bit too powerful, but I managed to reach the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals, where I can exchange the mini-medals I found here and there for pretty good items. I teleport back to Cole and the Eastern Continent. In one of the houses, I meet one of the captain's subordinates. He ended up resigning because of fear, and he decided to go back to his wife and daughter here. Time to check out that cave in the south, where Princess Gwaelin has been taken. I explore Quagmire cave until I cross paths with the captain and his remaining subordinate. I save them from a dark foggy fiend and learn that the captain's condition has gotten worse, as he's taken to rest in Rimuldar. Oh, and we learn that he's the father of that guard. Unfortunately, my thief's key doesn't open the way deeper into the cave, and I have to follow the soldiers to Rimuldar. The captain is put to bed, and the priest has some bad news. The sickness is serious, and there's not much he can do. I'm tasked to find a mage powerful enough to cure the captain, and as I explore the town, I happen to run into the Warlock of Dorlocks. He admires my thief's key and tells me he's got an even better one, but couldn't finish it. I explain the captain's situation, and he says he could help, but he's too busy. The dwarf that was supposed to help build the key has vanished, so he's about to leave for the dwarf village to pay him a visit. I suggest going in his stead, and in return, ask for him to examine the captain. He agrees, and I'm off south. I had to go see the dwarves anyway, remember? I enter the cave of the dwarves and check out everything until I make it to their home. We learn that the dwarves built the Fairies village, as well as pretty much steal a crystal, the Wellspring crystal. I also find the craftsman that the warlock was looking for, afflicted with the same sickness as the captain. We learn that the leader of the fairies could help actually, but it's been a while since they last saw each other. Well, what now? I talk to the warlock, but it doesn't change anything. I decide to check out the fairy village once again.
Begone, human! This is no place for thy kind! I will say it only once more. Clear off, or else fail to do so, and...
Wait! It's him! Chief, this is the human we told you about. The one we forced to... asked to help us.
My old fairy friends I met in the Craggy cave are here and introduce me to their leader. She's the one looking after the village, while the actual boss is away. I tell her that I need miraculous medicine, and she tells me of sunup syrup. Unfortunately, when the boss showed her how to make it, she kept the last two ingredients secret, and she's still missing. They agree to let me stay the night, then see Princess Gwaelin praying to Rubiss. That dark fog appears again and blows smoke on her, causing her to hallucinate. This is all a trick to get her to spill her secret, that she will only tell the hero. It's pretty hardcore too. That fiend doesn't hold back. The voice in my dreams tell me to hurry and get the magic key in order to free the princess. She proceeds to let me know of the two last ingredients for sunup syrup, so I lose no time and tell the others. Apparently I can find this in the southwest, so I teleport to the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals and get there quickly. I find both ingredients, as well as a strange glowing fruit that's giving off incredible power. The power of nature. Of life, so I pick it up too and get back to the fairies. The village is under attack. Fortunately, I make it on time to save everyone and give the ingredients to make the medicine. I show the leader the seeds I found. Apparently they're super important, but I happily give them to them. Anyway, medicine's ready. Better hurry. First, the dwarf. He gets better in no time, then proceeds to leave for Rimuldar. I teleport there too, and let the captain's daughter know of the good news. Just like the dwarf, the captain gets better. The daughter gives me Princess Gwaelin's necklace she found in the cave, and she talks to me, asking me to hurry. I visit the Warlock of Dorlocks once more and witness the forging of the magic key. These guys just cared about the accomplishment, and proceed to give me the key. Alright, I first need to visit the fairies to thank them, and witness the creation of the soul sigil with the seeds I found. There are 5 sigils in total: life, sun, moon, stars, and water. Once I get all 5, we can finally summon Rubiss. They give me the soul sigil and ask me to find other ingredients that look like those seeds, and bring them back here to make the other sigils. Every sigil boosts my character. For example, the soul sigil increases max HP and causes some spells and abilities to transform into more powerful version if my HP is under 50%. By the way, remember the Wellspring crystal? They make the water sigil with it. The water sigil amplifies the effect of some items. Time to save the princess, so I teleport to Quagmire cave once more and unlock the door with my new magic magic key. In the depth of the cave, I find a moonbeam dew. I make it to where the princess is kept prisoner and seem to enter an illusion of her room. She asks me who guided me, but my guts tell me not to answer her question. Then, at the same time, the real Gwaelin shows up and dissipates the illusion. The real Gwaelin thinks I'm also an illusion at first, but then realize I'm real, as we're back in Quagmire Cave.
Thou art no illusion. Dragon? Thou meanest to fight it? This is madness! No human could prevail against such a foe!
Now this is a real fight. The dragon hits hard, but we manage to best it. I give the princess her necklace back, and now that she's sure about our identity, she can finally deliver me Rubiss' message.
The sacred egg hath been tainted by the night. A great darkness shall soon engulf the world. The power of the land shall fade. Sun, rain, and rain's bow, all shall dwindle. Unless, bold hero, thou canst stem the tide and see the land blessed once more. In the far south awaiteth one who knoweth all. Go to their aid. Go southward with all haste. Forgive me. My duty done at last. I feel surpassing faint. Wilt thou escort me to my home, the palace?
I carry the princess all the way to Tantegel's castle, and everyone is super happy. The king can't believe it, and even if the fiends have the sphere of light, he's relieved to see his daughter unharmed. He's now 100% convinced that I'm of Erdrick's line, and hope is finally back in Alefgard. Later that night, I meet with Gwaelin on the castle terrace. Even though it's a happy day, the Dragonlord still lives and possesses the sphere of light. As I tell her I'm meaning to return it, she asks me to tag along, saying she can't just stay here while I'm risking my life. I refuse, obviously, but I first promise I'll come back unharmed. She then confesses her love by gifting me her necklace. Later that night, the king says Damdara has been attacked and that they can no longer reach Cantlin in the south. I agree to go check if everything is okay. That's what I was going to do anyway because Rubiss' message mentioned that someone in the south was in need of my help. With the magic key, I open a door in the castle and meet the Sage of the Sun. He knows what I did and how I saved the princess, so he proceeds to gift me the Sunstone. I head back to the Fearie village and use the Moonbeam Dew to create the Moon Sigil. That makes some spell able to land critical hits. I go check out Damdara, where I meet Gwaelin once more. The place is in ruins, and it seems I can't do much here. I head south, towards Cantlin, but first I have to cross the Weirdwoods. That place is annoying. It's some kind of space loop filled with evil trees that keeps me running in circles, until I finally run into the captain and his daughter. They say they're here to help, and I believe them, at least until Gwaelin talks to me through the necklace and reveals the illusion. It's the cruel fog that imprisoned her in the dragon's den. Okay, this is quite a difficult fight if you don't know what to do. These clouds need to be defeated all at once, or else they will just keep resummoning each other. The goal here is to teach the player how to use the Soul Sigil's power. Basically, drop under 50% HP, then use the powered up version of Gust Slash will be enough to take care of them.
I am the leader of all fairies. Those horrible monsters trapped me with their illusions. But thanks to you, I'm free now. You have my thanks, Scion of Erdrick. Do you recognize me now? That's right. I'm the one who's been talking to you in your dreams.
'Tis an honor to speak with thee, queen among the fairies. I am Gwaelin, princess of Tantegel. Almighty Rubiss spoke of one who knew how the power of the land might be restored, and her blessings regained. Was it to thyself that she alluded?
It was indeed. But I won't be able to do it on my own. I'll need a hero to help me. The Dragonlord grows stronger with each passing day. We have to... hurry. Sorry, I don't think those illusions did me much good.
Thou must needs see her to safety, beloved. Please, escort her to the village of the fairies.
The fairies are delighted to see their leader, but she needs to rest. Apparently she has something to tell me, but she's too weak still, so I stick around until she feels better. By the way, she's the same fairy that spoke to Erdrick in Dragon Quest III. When she wakes up, the boss thanks me and says that I need the power of the rain and the sun and the rainbow to get over to the Dragonlord's island. She adds that in order to summon Rubiss, in addition to the 5 sigils, I also need the fairy flute and the lyre of ire. I already got the flute. As for the lyre, I'm advised to go check out Cantlin. Good thing I was already planning to go there, so I teleport back to the Weirdwoods, now free of illusions. In there, I find the Undying Flame and finally manage to cross to the other side. A little walk later, I reach Cantlin, but... Another tough boss fight. The golem not only hits really hard, but he's also got tons of HP. The strategy here is to defend using the defending champion ability after the foe charges an attack. The annoying part though, is that sometimes he lands charged attacks without having to charge. So yeah, patience. After a few tries, the golem falls. We can finally enter the walled city of Cantlin. I'm welcomed in Hero, as they explain that golem that did guard the town went crazy basically. The foe behind this is called Spiketail, as we see in a flashback. He's also the one behind the attack on Damdara. The city priest tried to stop him, but he was kidnapped and taken to the fiend's stronghold on the Weeping Isle. Thanks to his distracting provocations, Cantlin was saved, but because of the golem, no one could go to his rescue. When I bring up the fact that I'm looking for the Lyre of Ire, the citizens tell me the priest who got kidnapped could help. So I decide to head for the Weeping Isle. Unfortunately, the bridge has collapsed. I decide to stay in Cantlin a bit longer and meet with a merchant. That basically tells me that Erdrick's armor was in his shop in Damdara, so I teleport there to check it out. I look around and... it's another pretty tough fight, but the reward was worth it. You guessed it, Erdrick's armor. To fix the bridge, we need people that are good at building. And we're in luck because we know the dwarves. I teleport to their cave to ask for help, and all of them accept right away. After all, I saved one of them. I get back with the dwarves and they leave for the job. In the meantime, we get to see what's the Dragonlord up to.
The time hath come to reclaim the ancient power that is mine by right. What? Thou refusest me? Then I shall just have to try all the harder.
The bridge is repaired. Let's go to the Weeping Isle. It's a long walk, another long dungeon. As we crawl through this place, we overhear the priest and Spiketail. We need to hurry. It seems Spiketail has captured the priest's son and uses him to force the priest to reveal the location of the relics of the hero. On the way, I find the Stardust. Finally, we reach the end of the dungeon.
So that is where the ultimate key is to be found.
Mine own end of the bargain is fulfilled. Now free my son, curse thee!
Thou speakest of bargains. I remember no such thing. Our orders are to kill all humans, groveling worms included.
Please, no! Ah!
Who sees this?
We absolutely destroy Spiketail's minions, and he flies away to obtain the ultimate key. We witness a touching scene between father and son, as the priest draws his last breath. Back in Cantlin, we take part to the priest's funeral. His son recites a poem about the hero that his father loved, written by Gwaelin.
And thus I, Gwaelin, pen this rhyme, that it might speak in future time. To those inspired, lift that which sleeps beside my bones, drive dark back with its hallowed tones. The sacred lyre.
It seems like the Dragonlord is still trying to dominate the sphere of light, to no success, but his power is growing greater and greater. The Fearie village is under attack once more. We have to hurry to the rescue. Panic ensues. The fiends are too strong for the fairies, and there are many casualties. I arrive and take care of the dragon zombies, but many fairies didn't make it. As I make my way to Galenholm, it seems fiends have attacked too, but with the help of Robin Hood and the young adventurers, the place is saved. I also decide to check on other towns, and it seems Piketail is attacking Cole. The soldier who resigned earlier gets hurt by trying to protect his family, but we make it in time and fight him off. I finally avenge the priest from Cantlin, and obtain the ultimate key he had on him. Now I can open any door, so we fly to Galenholm once more and visit the grave of Gwaelin. Now that I can open it. After a long walk into the dungeon's large halls, I reach the last room and obtain the Lyre of Ire. All I need to do now is to give the Undying Flame and the Stardust to the Fairies to get the last two sigils. The Sun Sigil makes standard attacks and some abilities more likely to land critical hits, and the Star Sigil causes characters to recover MP when they defend. We have everything we need. Now let's go to the top of the Shrine of Rain to carry out the ceremony. At the shrine, the Sage of Rain is nowhere to be seen, and we start climbing. We quickly make it to the top and find the Sage facing Gorgoyle. The Fiend wants the Staff of Rain, but the Sage won't budge. I run to deflect the hit and get ready to fight. Easy peasy. Gorgoyle goes down. The fairies arrive and we run for the altar. The lyre, the flute, and the sigils combine, and Rubiss appears.
I am Rubiss, mother to the land of Alefgard.
Almighty Rubiss, we have awaited your return.
And I have awaited your call, beloved fairies. You did well to reach me in that place.
Rubiss, dragons were once our holy protectors. How did the Dragonlord come to be infected by the power of the night?
I know not, and I would return him to his true form if I could. But it may already be too late. Scion of Erdrick, the Dragonlord must be stopped ere the darkness spreads. And only you, one born of the blood of heroes, might stop him. In order to reach him, you will need 3 sacred objects. 1 of the rain, 1 of the sun, and 1 of the rain's bow. The last may only be gained by means of a certain holy talisman. Seek out that talisman. Gather the relics of rain and sun and journey to the shrine known as the Sanctum. There, all shall become clear.
The Sage of Rain says that I did what he asked, so he'll give me the Staff of Rain. So we meet him back downstairs and get it. I have the Staff of Rain and the Sunstone, but where is the talisman? Gwaelin calls with the necklace and says that Rubiss did something south of Cantlin, and I should go check it out. The fairies explain that it must be the Shrine of Spirit, where the fairies used to live and keep the sacred amulet. Rubiss gave it to Erdrick as a proof of her trust, but then they were attacked, and the shrine was swallowed by darkness with the amulet in it. We teleport there and find the shrine. Inside, a dark portal, and Armageddon. Not an easy fight, but we succeed once more. Bam! Sacred amulet secured.
That talisman you just got. It's a symbol of Rubiss's love. She gave it to Erdrick way back when. And you humans came to call it the Mark of Erdrick. Now that you've got it, the sage at the Sanctum will recognize you as a hero for sure.
I reach the Sanctum in the very southeast and meet with the Sage of Rainbows. I give him the Sunstone and the Staff of Rain, and he combines their powers to create the Rainbow Drop. I can now cross and reach the Dragonlord, but first there's a few things I must do to prepare. First, I go back to the Weeping Isle and get Erdrick's shield from a chest I can open with the ultimate key. Then I meet with Zaelin in Cantlin and in Galenholm to work on his side quest to find somewhere with a deep connection to Erdrick and find some inspiration. After that, I meet with a fairy where I found the seeds and the ingredients for the Sun-Up syrup. I ask her about Erdrick, but she tells me she knew Ortega better, Erdrick's dad. She tells me to go back to the Shrine of Rain again, because the boss can tell me more about Erdrick. She opens up a portal to an island west of Tantegel, where Erdrick landed in Alefgard after leaving his world. After Zoma's defeat, he buried Ortega here and cried as he pleaded to go back home. On the grave, I find Erdrick's helm, written inside, "May victory smile upon you, great hero of Aliahan." Now I just need to tell Zaelin of what happened on that island. The inspiration bursts, and the whole of Rimuldar is touched by Zaelin's new song, worthy of Gwaelin. I'm finally ready. Just like Erdrick, I use the rainbow drop and create a bridge.
Try all thou might. Thou shalt not prevail.
Pah! Still thy tongue! What knowest thee of my powers? I am the Dragonlord, King of Kings, and the sphere is mine by right.
But what is this? Can it be? The bridge. It is restored.
Then the so-called hero approacheth. Good! He and the sphere both shall bend before my might.
And so the end draweth near.
I cross the bridge and enter the Dragonlord's castle. I spare you the details because this place is huge and filled with some powerful monsters. It looks really cool though. I also like the fact that it's not exactly the same as in DQ3. The castle has suffered damage and some parts have collapsed, so the way to the very bottom is different. I push the throne and get ready for a long trip to the final boss. As I'm exploring, I find Erdrick's sword in there. Convenient. As I reach the last floor, I finally make it to the Dragonlord himself.
So, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragonlord, Master of Masters, King of Kings. Let us talk a while. Know that I do not call myself King without reason. My kind were once masters of this world, though you humans seem to have long since forgotten. Were it still so, this, the sphere of light, would have been my birthright, and the source of untold power both. Yet mine ancestors saw fit to award it to a human hero, whose deeds she did deem worthy. Let me in turn commend thy deeds, descendant of that same human. Thou hast overcome much to reach me. Long have I awaited this moment. Take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. What sayest thou? Wilt thou rule beside me? Thou wishest not for half the world. Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. Thou art resolved to face me no matter the cost. So be it! Come, fool! Know thine insignificance!
The first phase is not bad, but
the power of the light is no mere trifle. Then I must needs rise to meet it. For I shall not be bested. Witness the might of my line!
the Dragon phase is brutal. The Dragonlord crits a lot, attacks multiple times in a row, buffs himself like crazy, and debuffs me. I admit it took me many attempts, but with the help of Focus Pocus and Empowered Dragon Slashes, along with a ton of more heals and playing ultra safe, we finally succeed.
No, not yet. This is not the true power of dragons. I need only draw upon that which is my birthright. My mother's gift unto me. The light. It fadeth.
to bring this chapter to a close. Yet so long as a seed of darkness remains, those of your line must remain ever vigilant.
The light is back in the sky of Alefgard, the great evil has been banished, and the world knows peace once more. Back in Tantegel, I hurry to see the king and get praised. Later that day, on the roof with Gwaelin, Rubiss congratulates us. She says the Dragonlord has been freed from the darkness and may once more be reborn into the light.
In time, the dark shall surely rise again. And when it does, I shall once more do all in my power to see that it does not swallow this world entire. However, I cannot do so alone.
Almighty Rubiss, we hereby swear that we shall do all in our power to see the world of the future filled with kind-hearted and heroic souls both.
Though I may not be always at your side, my children, I shall be always with you in spirit. Ever shall I watch over you.
I give the 5 sigils to Rubiss, as they shall be key when the dark rises once more. As I'm about to leave,
my thanks, Majesty. But were I ever to rule, it must needs be a realm of mine own founding.
Gwaelin begs me to come with and take her as a companion. She says one day we'll fulfill the vow made to Rubiss. Off we go. Cue the credits, and of course, the post-credits scene.
Alas, Majesty, thy precious child hast failed thee. But I shall not. This wicked world shall be remade. I swear it upon my name.
That's it for Dragon Quest 1. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have post-game content, but hey, it's got Dragon Quest 2. I absolutely love this game like I did for Dragon Quest 3. I'm so happy and excited to discover the series, and I can't wait to finish writing this video to start playing the next game. I really enjoyed experiencing Alefgard with a different perspective and seeing what changed from Dragon Quest 3. Playing only one character was hard though. I'm glad they evolved to a party system later on. Anyway, lovely music, cool graphics, awesome story, beautiful experience. On that note, like and subscribe. I'm going to end it here. I really want to go play Dragon Quest 2. Okay, bye!